one club, one heart, one no, four hearts. Does that make sense? To start off with, he's going to discuss the bidding.
Well,
I mean, would you bid it that way?
I guess when you're saying one no trump, you have to have 2, 3 hearts to say one no trump.
Okay, one club, one heart, one no. Does that promise 2 hearts?
No, 0.
No, although I play with partners, the Kellys, that say yes, but I have to ignore them because every now and then you have to bid one no trump to show your hand. You're not promising 2 hearts. But can this person play opposite a singleton heart?
Yes.
Yeah, he really can. You got 6 herky hearts. Okay. So what happened here?
But he could be boy well, right? Which one? No, you're just doing a point count.
Well, if you're voiding hearts, and yes, I suppose, if you're playing 2 over 1, wait a minute. Yeah, 1 fail. So if you're voiding hearts, then you have a 4-card suit somewhere. Another one.
Oh, so you would bid that.
And so you would bid that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you would not bid one no trump with a void.
Why did North not open?
He's got 13 high cards.
Started the math report, didn't it?
So, one club's pretty clear. One heart's pretty clear. This person is thinking game?
I don't think so, yeah.
I would. He's got 12 high card points. He's got a herky 6-card suit. Partner open. Yeah, we're going to game.
He probably knows hearts is the only place, really.
Yeah. I mean, you could conceivably think 3 no, which I think that would actually be an easier contract, but there'd be no sane way to get the 3 no. And that's part of double dummy. Once you see all 4 hands, you go, well, if I would have done this, as my wife Helen, if I would have done this, well, no sane person would do that. Yes, double dummy, it's right. But you just can't get there from here. 4 hearts. And they led the diamond. And they led the jack next. And the 10 next. So how are you going to make 4 hearts?
Well,
you've already lost. The ace pops up over here. So either going to rough or you're going to slough. So how many losers do we have?
1.
You got 1 here. You got to pick up the queen. Right off the top of your head, you're probably thinking finesse. Okay, how many hearts?
0.
0. You've already had your 2 diamond losers because you just lost them. And
1.
1. So you got to build a trick. So
you got to.
What are your choices?
Club.
You're going to have to lose the club. And so, one of your options is actually to discard the club.
Right.
On the diamond. And then roughen the short hand. That's an option. What's another option for picking up a trick?
Yeah. Spades.
Spade, finesse and spades. So what is your best option? Clubs or spades?
I think clubs.
Well, the spade finesse is 50%.
Right.
How many clubs are out?
7, 5, 6, 7. 6.
6. How do they probably split?
2, 3.
4, 2. And if you're lucky, it's 3, 3. So 4-2, if they're 4-2, you got a fifth club that can be set up. So 3-3 or 4-2, I'm going to say off the top of my head, is like 80%. So let's go with the 80% shot. All right. So you got to kind of go through this unless you have a shortcut. I'll tell you the shortcut at the end. How are you going to set up the clubs? Well, you're going to rough them. And in order to rough them, you have to get back here so you can rough. If they split 4-2, which is something, can't remember. It's over half the time. Over half the time is 4-2. I think it's somewhere around 60%. That means that you get one, you got to rough 3 times, and then you got to get back to cash your club. So you have to rough or play 3 rounds of clubs and get up there, so that you need 4 entries.
Wouldn't it be easier to just take 3 rounds of trump first and dump one of the clubs on the 3rd round of trump?
If you do that, you're not setting up the clubs. You have to lead the clubs to set them up. You're correct in that leading a trump and throwing away a club is just as good a trick as leading a club and roughing it. It's one trick. But if you're trying to set up the clubs, you have to lead them. And so you have to get into his hand to lead them. How many entries do you have to this hand?
3.
You got
2 spades.
1, 2, 3. And how many do we need to set up the clubs and then cash them?
3.
Well, we need 4.
Well, you're just gonna have to.
What would happen? Okay, you're gonna rough the diamond. What happens if you duck a club?
Yeah.
Now you don't need 4 entries. You only need 3. Right? And you're not worried about getting over roughed. And that's the key to this hand, is that instead of getting up here 4 times, you only need to get up there 3 if you lead 1 early. So that's the key to this hand. Duck, win whatever they lead. You can play your trump, ending here, lead a club. You got a club here, rough, draw trump, spade, throw your spade away on the long club. So the shortcut is if you need to lead this, if you need to rough 3, then you need 4 entries. That's the shortcut. We only have 3, but hey, we can lead a club early and just lose it. We were going to lose it anyway.